Have you ever stopped to think about what's hiding in plain sight on the internet? I mean, we all think we know how to use Google, right? You type something in, you get your results, simple. But what if I told you that the search bar you use every single day has this hidden, almost superpower-like ability? One that can uncover things you were never, ever meant to see. To give you an idea of what I'm talking about, let's look at this number, 1.2 billion. In 2019, a single researcher found a massive data leak. We're talking 1.2 billion personal records, names, phone numbers, email addresses, all just sitting there, exposed. It's a number that's almost impossible to wrap your head around. And here's the really wild part. How did they find all this? It wasn't through some complex Mission Impossible style hack. There was no sophisticated code, no expensive software. The entire treasure trove was found using just a few specific keywords typed right into Google. That's it.
So that begs the question, right? How on earth is it possible that the same tool we use to find pizza recipes can also uncover mountains of sensitive private data? Well, the answer is way simpler and honestly a lot more powerful than you might think.
The secret lies in a technique with a kind of funny name, but with some very, very serious implications: Google Dorking. You might also hear it called Google hacking. And really, it's all about using Google's own amazing features against itself to find information that was never supposed to be public.
So what is it exactly? At its core, Google Dorking is just using these advanced search commands, they call them operators, to filter Google's results with just incredible precision. Think of it like this. You could be a casual browser in a library, or you could be a professional archivist who knows the exact secret codes to find one specific, hidden document in a sea of millions. That's the difference.
And this is where it gets really practical. Let's say you do a regular search for healthy diet plan. What do you get? A total flood of ads, blogs, videos, just a ton of noise. It's super broad. But a dork search, even a simple one like putting your phrase in quotes, cuts right through all of that to give you precise, relevant results. It saves so much time and gets you exactly what you're after. So let's see how this really works. The heart and soul of Google Dorking are these special commands, these dorks. You can think of them as the secret language that tells Google's giant brain exactly what to find and, just as importantly, what to ignore.
And the best part is, you don't need to be a programmer to use these. They're actually super simple. For example, using Cite lets you search inside one single website. Or a file type lets you hunt for specific kinds of documents, like PDFs or spreadsheets. And in URL, that one looks for keywords right in the web address itself.
Let's start with a really simple, totally harmless example. By combining intitle to look for annual report in the page's title and file type PDF, you can instantly find publicly available annual reports from tons of companies. It's an incredibly powerful tool for researchers or journalists.
But this is where things can take a much darker turn. This simple command here can be used to find live, unsecured camera feeds from all over the world. We're talking cameras on beaches, in cities, on highways, feeds that were never meant to be public but are just visible to anyone who knows the right thing to type into Google. This really shines a light on the security implications, doesn't it? And this really gets to the heart of the matter. Google Dorking, by itself, is a totally neutral tool. But like any powerful tool, it can be used for good, like a hero's shield, or for evil, as a villain's weapon. The only thing that changes is the intent of the person doing the typing. So here's the perfect example of that. An ethical hacker might use the search in URL admin login to find their own company's exposed login pages so they can secure them. But a cybercriminal uses the exact same search to find those exact same pages so they can attack them. Same search, totally different and opposite motives.
On one hand, you have the good guys. I'm talking about cybersecurity professionals who use Dorking every single day. They're running security audits, they're finding leaked employee passwords before the criminals do, and they're making sure sensitive company files haven't been accidentally posted online. It's a fundamental part of digital defense.
But on the other hand, you've got the bad guys, and they use these exact same techniques to find their next target. They're out there locating vulnerable login pages, hunting for databases full of user info, and finding confidential contracts or financial records that were just left unsecured. For them, it's the very first step in a cyber attack.
So how do we fight back? How do we make sure our own digital doors aren't left wide open for anyone with a search bar to just walk right through? Well, thankfully, there are some really clear steps we can all take.
First, let's just bust a couple of common myths. The act of using Google search operators, totally legal. It's just an advanced search.
What becomes illegal is when you use that search to find and then access sensitive information you have no permission to see. And no, it's not just for hackers. Like we've seen, researchers and security pros absolutely rely on it.
Now, if you have a website, listen up. Here's what you need to do. Number 1, use a file called robots.txt to basically tell Google, hey, don't look over here. 2, use something called no index tags on your most sensitive pages. 3, you gotta fight fire with fire. Regularly use dorks on your own site to see what you might have accidentally exposed. And 4, lock it all down with strong passwords and proper permission.
So I'll just leave you with this thought. Google's whole mission is to index all the world's information and make it universally accessible. But sometimes it indexes things that were never meant to be accessible at all. And that leaves us with a question we all really need to think about. What is Google revealing about you?